Welcome back, guys. We've got a very exciting video today. We are going Kaboom hunting from a full case of the new 2024-25 Revolution basketball blaster boxes. Can we pull a Kaboom from 20 boxes, or are these going to be ultra rare like the mangas over in Prism Basketball? So I'm going to open this so you guys can see that it is, in fact, a sealed case. Let me move this camera up a little bit. Better angle there. Alrighty, there you go. So, sealed case of 20 boxes. So, I'm going to open every single one of these boxes and get the packs out just to save us a little bit of time, make it easier. So, just give me a second and yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, guys, we are back. So, I opened all 20 boxes. This is 20 blasters worth of packs sitting in front of me. But I did keep all the packs separate so you guys can kind of get an idea of the pull rates by box. I'll also keep a tracker on the screen of which box we're on instead of doing the real-time comps, just because that would take like 10 years to do for this video. But I will still try to find comps for any of the hits, of course. So let's look at what Revolution Retail has this year. This is the second year of Revolution Retail, so these were $25 a box. I got them from Card Giants. Anytime I'm lucky enough to get something a little early, it's usually from their website. They had them for $25, so $500 for the whole case. Plus, they do have some bulk discounts, so it ended up costing me around $460 for the whole thing, or about $23 per box. So I usually don't do full case breaks very often. I've only done one other one before, just because it's really expensive and it's usually really hard to get a hold of sealed cases unless I get really lucky online. But Revolution is a bit cheaper at $25 than your traditional blaster, and wanted to see if we could get a Kaboom from a full case. So these are up on Walmart as well for $27.50 for per box, which means Target will most likely have them for $25, and then Dick's Sporting Goods also has them at $30 if you want to pay a little bit more and don't really care when you get them. So every box is going to have 24 cards. Nothing guaranteed, but we should get some Astro parallels. Those are going to be blaster exclusive, and then we'll probably get some inserts. And you can see we have a few more numbered parallels this year, so I'll show the checklist of the blasters from last year so you guys can kind of see the difference. But this year, the print run starts from $299 with the red Astro, and then ends with the purple Astro out of 15. So I'd imagine that just means a higher print run this year, but maybe also a slightly higher pull rate on the numbered stuff, fingers crossed. We got some new inserts this year with numbered versions this time around. And what was really cool about Revolution last year was you could pull on-card autographs. Unfortunately, I don't think Hobby this year had any on-card autos, so I'd be very shocked if Retail had them. Also, the autograph checklist this year is quite a bit weaker on the vet side for Retail. So last year we had guys like Steph Curry, Luka, Ant-Man autos, Jokic autos. I think he was a redemption. But this year, we don't have any of those top tier big names, unfortunately. Kind of sucks. So it is a little more watered down, as would kind of be expected with a higher print run. But we do have the Kaboom Chase, which we didn't have before. And in Retail, it is the horizontal version. Hobby has the vertical Kabooms. So hopefully out of an entire case, we can pull one, although that stuff is never guaranteed, of course. And, you guys saw the mangas and Prism Basketball were like insanely hard to pull. Much rarer than one per case. All right, so there's your product information. Let's go ahead and get started. I know basketball retail has been pretty unpopular this year. Last year was an exception where Panini could sell literally anything because of Wemby, but this year we're seeing discounts like 2 months into release of some products, like Prism Blasters I saw for like 20 bucks on Shields. So people just hate this class, but Revolution could be fun. It was a fun product last year, and hopefully it'll be at least decent this year. So there we go. Guys, if you've seen Hobby, you've already seen the base design. And our first insert is a new wave of Devin Carter. So this is good. At least they put the hits in the middle this time, because last year they were right on the top, which is kind of annoying as soon as you open the pack. You're just seeing everything right there. All right, and there's a Hardwood Legacy insert. This is pretty cool, like that court design in the background of SGA, the MVP. This is just a base insert. And Dame Time Anthony Davis. So, gonna be a lot of base cards. I'm gonna have to stop the video at some points and just like clean up my desk because I don't have enough room for all of this. Alright. Jalen Duren. There's a Bobby Klintman. So here's our Astro parallel. You know, same design as always. Got the stars. See the Astro at the top. Love that with Revolution. Tell you the names of the parallels. It's just a non-numbered version. There's Steph. A lot of packs sitting on my floor. Alright, and we got a Nikola Duricic. I like the rookie designs this year. You know, then a Dante DiVincenzo on the Astro. Bogdanovich. So, hopefully we can see decent pull rates on the numbered stuff. There's a Tyrese Maxey Astro. Kyrie Irving. I think last year was almost one numbered card per blaster. Just under that. Derek White. There's a Vortex insert of Trae Young, so none in the first blaster, unfortunately. And then there's a Jokic base. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Sometimes it's tough to see this stuff with Revolution. All right, no numbered cards in the first blaster, so. All right, Bond box number 2 is a Stargazing, Tyrese Maxey, and Anthony Simons. Zubats, it's just a base, so they have 25 legends this year, making the checklist a little bit longer. The Harvard Legacy of Dwayne Wade. There's a Giannis, and there's a Stephon Castle, pretty nice. Vortex. I think we had that insert last year, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a KJ Simpson on the Astro. And a Draymond. Jalen Johnson. Kel'el Ware. Just a base rookie card. And an Astro, Zubats, and a Şengün. And last pack of blaster number 2. Another Astro, Giannis, pretty nice. Then a Keldon Johnson and Sabonis. So no number cards in this one either. Hopefully it's not like that the entire opening. There's a Vortex, Reed Shepard, and a Jarrett Allen. Base of LeBron. Nice Bub Carrington. And a new wave of Stephon Castle and Klay Thompson. Next pack, Stargazing, Jalen Brunson, Vooch, and Draymond Green. DiVincenzo, Tijon Salon on the Astro, and Şengün. So a lot of base Astro parallels so far. Maxey, Dr. J, Miles Turner on the Astro, and Keldon Johnson. And last pack of this box, there's a Chet. Then Sabonis and Tyrese Halliburton. So 3 boxes in, still no number cards. I don't Not really liking the, not really liking that. Rosen, Jordan Poole. There's a Vortex of Ja Morant. Kuzma, there's a Ryan Dunn. And a new wave of Reed Shepard, Ant-Man. Man, if it's this hard to get a numbered card, I wonder how tough it's going to be to get a Kaboom. Jeez. There's a Stargazing of Trae Young. Quickly, Bradley Beal. Ron Holland. And Tatum. Stuff. Jaren Jackson. Jacoby Walter. And Joe Val on the Astro. And Josh Giddey. And one more pack. Donovan Mitchell. Dejounte Murray and John Collins. So, geez. All right. Box number 5. Got Cam Johnson, Siakam, Hardwood Legacy of Tim Duncan. Tyrese, Vortex of Luka, and DeAndre Ayton. Nice stuff. Stargazing, Reed Shepard. Tyler Hero, Kobe White. Siakam. There's a Legends Astro, Kevin Garnett. Embiid. Chris Middleton. Yeah, there's a pretty cool Alex Sarr. And a Cody Williams. Do we have something here? Finally, we do. We got our first number card, and of course, it's one of the worst rookies in this class. It is Cody Williams. I wish he was as good as Jalen Williams, his brother, but he is not, unfortunately. That is numbered out of 299. We'll see, though. There's a Zach LaVine. There you go. 5 boxes in. We finally got a numbered card. That is not looking good. Even at $25. Finally, we have something we can put up here. And last pack, Paul George Astro, Laurie and Devin Vassell. All right, moving along. There's a Hardwood Legacy, Larry Bird, another Victor base. Miles Turner, Chet Holmgren, Jokic on the Vortex, and Dame Time. EG is a new wave of Klingon. AD and a Steph. Nas Reed. MPJ Legends, Tim Duncan Astro. Bogdanovich. Miles Bridges, Isaiah Collier. And DeRozan, Julius Randle. And, oh, DeRozan is numbered. So this is out of 299. Red Astro again. There you go. So, looks like we're just looking at the text there, mostly. And I guess this pattern is red as well. A little bit difficult to see. The Revolution is kind of tough on some of these parallels. Trying to distinguish some of these. I'm going to go back through too, just to make sure I didn't miss any. So there we go. Second number card, DeRozan. Hopefully those first few blasters were just duds. I mean, it is possible. De'Aaron Fox. Eric White. Vortex Reed Shepard. Anthony Simons. Starting to see a lot of repeats now. Brunson. Adam Bona. Base rookie. And another Vortex. This is probably going to be numbered, right? Because it's, yep, Astro Parallel on the inserts are going to be numbered, I believe. This is out of 299. So that's a little color match with Reed Shepard. That's pretty good. Then a Jarrett Allen. So starting to pick it up a little bit. Thank God, because those first 4 blasters were looking pretty terrible. Another new wave, Stephon Castle. Nice insert. Clay and Vucevic. Rosen, Jordan Poole, say Ryan Dunn, and Draymond. Misi, Ja Morant. So yeah, right now looking like Hobby is probably gonna be the better value. Jaden Ivey, although it is creeping up towards $250 now, so we'll have to take a look later. But in Hobby, you are guaranteed a Kaboom in every case. It looks like, yeah, 1 Kaboom, 1 Galactic, and then an auto per box, unless you get a Galactic or Kaboom. That'll replace the auto. The New Wave, Dalton Connect, and Drew Holiday. So looking like it's going to be a long shot to pull a Kaboom in retail based on what I'm seeing so far as a Stargazing Bronny James. I don't know. Cade Cunningham, there's a Revolution, Hardwood Legacy. I do like this insert, so that's a cool one. Stephon Castle, cool one to get. White. Alex Sarr. Astro. Take that. PC. No, Austin Reeves. Next up, Jalen Brunson. Cody Williams. Cam Thomas. And Luka and Brandon Miller. All right. Next box. It's New Wave, Jared McCain. Victor. So yeah, let me know what you think about these guys so far. I am not too impressed. The Stargazing of Luka. Hopefully we get an auto. I mean, they're not even on card this year, so I mean, just throw us a bone. Come on. But it's looking like they may have printed this stuff to the moon. There's Akeem, Hardwood Legacy. Scoot, Harrison Ingram, Astro, Julius Randle. A couple more packs left in this box. There's a nice Keyshawn George. I'll take that. Carmelo Anthony. Column. And yeah, that is it for that box. Mitchell. Ooh, had a new wave. Ron Holland, Astro, Red Astro out of 299. Very nice. Van Vliet. Yo, there's our next hit. Yo, you guys can keep track of all this. We got 4 numbered cards so far. 3 of them rookies at least. Alright, we are almost halfway through. Harvard Legacy, Kevin Garnett, Anthony Edwards. And there's also going to be a mega box version, so yeah, they did print a lot of these, but those are going to have different parallels. So it's not like they're sharing the numbered cards between the 2 retail formats, which is good. Denbucker, Porzingis. We got Clyde Drexler, Astro, and Jason Tatum. Cat, KJ Simpson, and Jamal Murray, Josh Giddey. One more pack in this one. Darius Garland, Murray, and a John Collins. So we are at the halfway point. Here's our 4 numbered cards so far. No autos yet. Definitely not a Kaboom. At this point, I would be over the moon if we pulled one, because it looks like those are going to be ultra rare again, just like the mangas, which, I mean, not really surprised when you're printing this many boxes. The Keontae, Harvard Legacy KD. Move some of these base cards over. There's a giant stack of base cards. Quickly, New Wave Vidi. Bradley Beal, Jason Tatum, Harvard Legacy. That's 2 Jaren Jacksons in a row. And then Dennis Rodman. Jalen Brunson, a Reed Shepard, and a Tyler Hero. This is different. This is a, there we go. We got a blue Astro. So we got a lower number card for the first time. More red Astros. We got a blue, 15 out of 99, 1 off a jersey numbered for Tyler Hero and Luka Doncic. And the last pack of this box, Miles Bridges. Bradley Beal. Stargazing of Jalen Brunson. Jaren Jackson, Jamal Murray, Tim Duncan. Vortex of Luka. DeAndre Ayton, Tyler Hero. Get an extra pack in this box. Jacoby Walter. Next up, Topic, and another Cody Williams on the blue Astro this time. Oh my god. Then Joel Embiid, not really the rookie we want to be pulling. We got a numbered card of him again. This is out of 99. All right, PG, Scotty Barnes. And last pack of this box. Nas Reed, Michael Porter, Stargazing, Reed Shepard. All right, moving along. New wave of Reza Shea, a new name, and then Jalen Williams. Kuzma, Dwayne Wade, Kevin Garnett, Vortex, Tyrese Halliburton, the Legends of Yao Ming, Porzingis, Aaron Jackson, nice Montasbu Zealous, base rookie, and Bam, Jason Tatum. Final pack of this one, Jalen Suggs, and that's gonna be it. Alright, so we got 7 boxes left to go. There's a Stargazing of Donovan Clingan. Bobby Klintman. Hardwood Legacy of Anthony Edwards. Shane Sharp. Vortex Anthony Davis. Man, yeah, just not a whole lot of variation here, you know? Just feels like I'm opening the same thing over and over and over again. Really hoping for an autograph at some point. Julius Erving. Westbrook. David Robinson. Cat Astro. Jalen Johnson. All right, next box. New wave, Jared McCain. Stargazing Luka. Keem, Hardwood Legacy. Yeah, Devin Carter. And Donovich. Dirk. Reed Shepard. And last pack of this box is a Scoot. All right, 5 more boxes. Hopefully we can get something. Yao Ming, New Wave, Bub Carrington. Stargazing of LeBron. Pretty nice. Let's see. Jonathan Mogbo. Devin Carter, Nas Reed. And MPJ. Let's see. Oh, we got a numbered version of this. Tim Duncan. Red Astro Hardwood Legacy, numbered out of 299. There we go. KD Hardwood Legacy. Oh, man. Allen Iverson. Jalen Suggs. Kyle Ware. And, oh man, LeBron James. I am not gonna lie, this feels like kind of opened those Revolution basketball tins from last year. You guys remember those? Scotty, Deron Holmes, Tristan Da Silva. John Morant. Let's see, Shaq, Zingus. Kawhi again. Tatum and Josh Giddey. Shaden Sharp. There we go, finally. They got something. And that's actually a pretty good rookie. Jalen Wells. And it's numbered. We got a numbered version too on the levels. That is very nice. Out of 25. Finally, we got something. Alright, we are at least walking away with something. What? Top 3 for Rookie of the Year voting. Great rookie for the Grizzlies. I'll gladly take that. Jalen Wells, levels parallel, numbered out of 25. Another auto. Been pulling some great autos of all the top guys from this class, and that's just another one. I'm actually really happy with that one. There's a Hardwood Legacy Luka. Oh, here's the rest of that pack. Shaden Sharp. Stockton Legends. Dalton Connect. Vortex. Jovel, New Wave, Bub Carrington, Zion. Speaking of Zion, I pulled a rookie auto redemption of Zion from 2019-2020 Revolution Hobby Box yesterday. It was an expired redemption, of course, so I redeemed it on Panini. They got back to me immediately, actually, within like 20 minutes. They didn't have the auto, but they actually gave me 7,000 Panini points, which was kind of shocking because that card is worth like $150 right now. And I think if you convert that to, I guess, what people are paying for on eBay per points, that's like almost $300 to $400 worth of points, if I'm not mistaken. So that was actually really nice of them. So I was very happy with that. Hopefully there's something worthwhile that I can get with those points. The Jalen Green. Giannis, there's Chris Paul. Yeah, hopefully if they reload some decent autos on their site, or maybe I'll save it and get like one of those white sparkle packs next year. Be a full-on degen. Stargazing LeBron. Franz Wagner. And final box. All right. We at least got the Jalen Wells, so I'm happy with that. Not a whole lot else, to be honest. A couple of nice numbered cards, but really not anywhere close to what it was like last year, which honestly not too surprising. Nope. Debut version didn't print a whole lot of those boxes. I don't think. People liked it. They're gonna print a whole crap ton more the next year. Kyle Filipowski. Can we pull a Kaboom in the last 3 packs? Keyshawn George. Okay, at least I'm getting a lot of Wizards rookies, so I'll gladly take those for the PC. Down to the last 2 packs. Bob Carrington again on the Astro. Zach Levine. And last pack, guys. Our last hit is going to be RJ Barrett. So that was 20 boxes, a full sealed case of Revolution blasters. You guys can get a really good idea of what these are like. I am going to clean all this up, and then we are going to do our super long recap with all these cards. So give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, guys, thanks for sticking with me till the end. I know it was a very long video. Or if you're just joining me for the first time in the recap section, yeah, that was something. So let's go ahead and go over our pools. Took a long time to sort through all this, but you got to do it for the review, right? So these are just the base rookies. Really like the design this year, but you're only going to get about 1 of those per box. Then moving on to the non-numbered parallels. There's only 1 non-numbered parallel on the checklist, right? The Astros. So if you're not getting that many numbered cards, it's going to get very repetitive very quickly. And that's exactly what happened. You don't even get that many rookie versions, so less than 1 per box. Well, the vast majority are going to be the vets. So you see that huge, massive stack in the back. And then the inserts, even worse. So last year, you actually had the non-numbered levels parallels, which had the cool infinite pattern. Not that hard to hit. Really liked collecting those last year. I don't know why they got rid of them. So if you're not pulling numbered cards, you're just getting base. And with only 3 inserts on the checklist, it just gets... Again, super repetitive, man. Same stuff over and over and over again. It's just not really that fun, right? They also got rid of the die cut liftoffs, you know, a little bit of variation there. I don't know why, so not fun. And then same thing with the rookie inserts. So, although you do have 1 more here, the new wave, which is kind of cool. And we did hit, you know, a lot of the top rookies. You know, some Stephon Castles, Reed Shepard, Don Connect, Jared McCain, Bob Carrington. You like to see that, but again, not a whole lot of variety, right? And then moving on to the numbered cards, the most disappointing part of all. Only 7 from a full case. I think if you opened a full case last year, 2023 Wemby class version, you would maybe get around 14 to 15 numbered cards from 20 boxes. So yeah, we got half as many, and which is disappointing when you look at the print runs. I mean, you have extra numbered cards, or extra numbered parallels on the checklist. They start at a way higher number at 299. You also have 25 more players on the checklist, 175 instead of 150, you know, compared to last year. So you have way more numbered cards in circulation, and yet we pulled half as many. So, you know, that's disappointing. They could have very easily still printed way more boxes with the increased print runs and still given us the same amount of numbered cards at least. And you know, still would have made their money, but that's really disappointing. So the ones we got today were mostly the reds, the high, not a 299. So DeMar DeRozan, Tyler Hero blue, that's not a 99. Pretty cool Tim Duncan, Hardwood Legacy red. The inserts are either going to be the reds or the blues. And then we managed to pull 2 Cody Williams numbered cards. I don't even know what the chances of that are. So we got a red and a blue, and a new wave of Ron Holland. And probably our best numbered card was the color match Reed Shepard Vortex. That's pretty cool. Nice hit out of 299. And then we got an autograph, thank God, of Jalen Wells. This is actually really good on the levels parallel 2, numbered out of 25. One of your top rookies from this class, of course. It is sticker auto though, but I wasn't really expecting on-card autos when Hobby doesn't have them either. But that is just one more downgrade this year to Revolution. So there's your breakdown of 20 boxes. I'll throw all the stats on the screen so you can see the full breakdown of a case. and also how it compares to hobby. So retail, typically going to have a lot of the lower end parallels, and that makes it look better on paper, but hobby is going to be the easier path to some of those bigger hits, and it is just a more fun experience. That doesn't mean I think that hobby is a good value this year by any means. You are paying a very hefty premium for the Kabooms. Without those, the hobby boxes would probably be approaching $100, almost like they were back in 2022 with the Paolo and Chet rookie class. Hobby was actually heading towards $150 about a week and a half before release, and then I guess they just remembered they put Kabooms in there, so the price shot up to $250 now. So it is a big markup for those, but you are going to see one ultra rare galactic and a vertical Kaboom in every 16 box case. I have no idea how many boxes of these blasters I would have to open to get a horizontal one. Could be 10, could be 20. I'm probably going to be on the upper end, kind of like Prism retail with the mangas. Those are near impossible to pull. But the good thing about retail is the price usually doesn't change dynamically like hobby, so it is still pretty cheap at 25 bucks relative to the other blaster boxes out there. But it has gotten quite a bit worse since last year, like we talked about. So, like I said, looks like they cut the numbered card pull rates in half, or about half, even though they significantly increased the print run of the numbered cards. Hate to see that, especially when basketball is just not very popular this year. They were definitely banking on people just buying this stuff blindly for the case hit chases. Autos might be one per case, no longer on card this year, which kind of stinks. And the auto checklist also is a lot worse. No more surprise on card Steph autos from retail. Not going to hit anything like that. Like I said, just an uber repetitive product. Needed the numbered cards to mix it up. So even at $25, this one is probably going to clog the shelves just like Prism. Tough. Need to see a little bit more from a low-end product like this. So my final rating on this one, no surprise, pretty low. I'd give it a 3.9 out of 10. Sorry for the complaining at times throughout the video, but I don't want you guys to waste your time or money on bad products. So my advice would be to avoid these, or if you like the Revolution designs, it is pretty cheap, so maybe you can try your luck on a couple boxes. Do not go buying a ton of these thinking you're going to get, you're going to hit big out of this. Although someone out there is going to get lucky and hit a Kaboom for 25 bucks. Wasn't me, but that just means there's one more out there for someone else. Hopefully one of you guys are able to pull one if you do decide to buy this. But anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end. I know it was a very long one. So one of my giveaways for this month was supposed to be one of these blasters, but I would feel kind of bad giving that away to someone after shitting on the product for an hour. So I might change that to something better, unless you win and want one, of course. But I'll have an extra box sitting around, so just let me know. But that is all for today. I will see you in the next one. Peace.